on DC News Now. It's a DMV First Warn Day. Meteorologist Jackie Layer has the latest on possible flooding and severe storms around the region. Plus, growing crime concerns.
Some folks are living in fear.
DC Community's efforts to discuss crime and find solutions. And sanctuary cities under fire. The DMV area is being targeted by the Trump administration for immigration laws. DC is prepping for Pride, how the district is getting ready for multiple major events happening this summer. Plus, strawberry farmers struggling.
Out of the 12 or 13 years that we've been growing, this is the worst year of growing I've experienced.
Why they say this season may be over before it even started.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Well, good morning and thanks for starting your Friday with us here on DC News Now. I'm Tanaya Wright.
I'm Randy Bash. Just about 8 a.m. on this Friday morning, which also a DMV First Warn Day, Jackie.
Yeah.
So we are keeping our eye on the sky today.
Yeah, you do want to stay weather aware for those outdoor plans you may have, just because we do see that threat for strong to severe thunderstorms developing later on today. As I'm just looking out the window here at our studio here in DC, we're looking at some sunshine breaking out here. We're continuing to see improving conditions in terms of that visibility in the district. Elsewhere, though, still some low visibility for parts of the area. Still to about a mile in Manassas and Culpeper, back out towards Woodstock and Luray, still dealing with that fog. 4 miles of visibility right now in Hagerstown. So we'll eventually continue to see that fog lifting out, more of that sunshine breaking out. But with more of that sunshine breaking out now, that'll really enhance or at least give the fuel to any of those strong to severe storms that are approaching our area from the west. And we also have that warm front drifting in from the south and west too. It's already off to a humid start as well. So there is moisture to the air. That's really the fuel for those thunderstorms as well. So with all that moisture in the air, we do have that flood watch that will go into effect later on today, and that will hold till 4 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. So some of these storms will contain those heavier downpours that could create some flash flooding for parts of the area, and on top of all the rainfall we've received over the last couple of days. Then as we look ahead towards later on this afternoon, 2 p.m. is when we could see the onset of some of those storms, and then we're looking at those clusters of storms progressing across the area 5 p.m. onwards. You also do want to stay weather aware all the way through at least sunset. Could be seeing some of those stronger storms right out ahead of it. More details on this and looking towards the rest of that 8-day forecast coming up. Thank you, Jackie. Well, in the district, police are investigating a deadly shooting near Howard University. They say a 17-year-old boy was killed yesterday afternoon around 3 o'clock on Berry Place. Officers say they are looking for 2 teen suspects. And we are learning the name of the man killed in a shooting on 14th Street in Northwest earlier this week. Investigators say Henry Crutchfield was shot and killed in Logan Circle Tuesday. The 35-year-old died at the scene. Police still searching for the shooter. And a recent rash of violence in the district impacting a lot of families, including neighbors in Southeast.
There was a community safety meeting last night to help address some of their concerns. ANC Commissioner Salima Dofo, who is running for the open Ward 8 council seat, organized a virtual meeting with fellow commissioners to find solutions. They discussed reporting blighted buildings and abandoned cars and possibly preventing drug and gang activity in the area. They also talked about the need for physical upkeep in the neighborhood and the need for better relationships with police.
This is the opportunity for us to not reinvent the wheel, but to say, hey, if you got something that's already in place, let us know so we can share the information. My role as a commissioner is to share information and facilitate the process of making people aware of government resources that are available.
The ANCs have a working document that community members can leave comments on. They have already planned a community cleanup for June 14th.
And in downtown D.C., the Capitol Jewish Museum doors open once again, just over a week after 2 Israeli embassy staffers were shot and killed there. Flowers remain outside of the museum where Yaron Lashinsky and Sarah Milgram's loved ones are honored. Beatrice Gerwitz, who heads the museum, says she knows people are still grappling with the recent tragedy, but believes it's important for the museum to reopen now more than ever.
You face anti-Semitic violence that grows out of dehumanization of the Jewish people, and we are telling stories of Jewish lives and the richness and diversity of the Jewish world, and that seems essential, and I hope people will join us and visit the museum.
The museum's board president says that work is being done in the future will be dedicated to the memories of Yaron and Sarah. The suspect in this case due back in court in June. He is charged with first-degree murder. And tomorrow marks 1 year since a Maryland parole agent was killed while on the job. Montgomery County Police say they found Davis Martinez dead last May in a home on Terrace Drive in Chevy Chase. Police say Martinez was doing a residence check on his parolee, Emmanuel Sewell. Family and friends of the agent say he was a trailblazer and a bright spirit. West Virginia police arrested Sewell the next day. He was traveling on I-64.
And new this morning, a Virginia federal employee is in custody for allegedly trying to give classified information to a foreign government. Federal authorities arrested Nathan Lauch yesterday. He was an IT specialist for the Defense Intelligence Agency. He's accused of giving away national defense information. They say he was communicating with an undercover FBI agent, believing the official was with the foreign government. And the Trump administration turning up the pressure on sanctuary cities this morning, limiting their cooperation with immigration authorities.
Yeah, the administration released a list of over 500 jurisdictions accused of blocking federal immigration efforts and could face consequences. Our Yamarie Sase live in Alexandria this morning. So Yamarie, tell us all about this.
Yeah, good morning. That new list from the Department of Homeland Security has cities and counties all across the country, including right here in the DMV, and they allegedly refuse to cooperate with immigration laws, and that each of them will actually receive a notification of non-compliance. And the administration says this goes against the criminal statutes. Now, essentially, the cities in the DMV that are a part of this list include Prince George's County, Montgomery County, Washington, D.C., and Alexandria. This comes as the Trump administration pushes to deport illegal immigrants, and they're asking to review their policies and make changes that comply with the administration. Although the list was released just yesterday, the city of Alexandria spoke up and had this to say in a statement: actions by federal government wrongly targets and mischaracterizes Alexandria and dismisses core principles that make up the foundation of our democracy. Here in Alexandria, we govern by facts and our values. The city of Alexandria is committed to upholding the constitutional and civil rights of all people, regardless of their immigration status. Now, Montgomery County, they released this statement back in January when a lot of these immigration changes were taking place. Montgomery County's policy is not to inquire about anyone's immigration status. Montgomery County is not a sanctuary jurisdiction. Local police and the Department of Correction and Rehabilitation work cooperatively with ICE in their work on immigration and customs violation and drug and human trafficking. Now, right now, it's not clear when these cities would get this notification and what the next steps are after that. For now, reporting live in Alexandria, I'm Yamarie Sase, DC News Now.
All right, our thanks to Yamarie for that important update. DC News Now is your local election headquarters. The race for governor is heating up in Virginia. Both the Democratic and Republican candidates are out with new ads. Former Congresswoman Abigail Spanberger is running against Lieutenant Governor Winsome Earle-Sears. Both are using the new ads to talk about their backgrounds. Spanberger is a former CIA officer, portraying herself as a political moderate with law enforcement experience. Earle-Sears talks about being a Marine and considers herself a political outsider, but a UVA professor of political science says both have a long way to go before voters really get to know them.
Most of their ads are what we call biospots. They're biographical. They fill people in on at least the positive aspects of their careers.
The ads are set to run in heavy rotation in the Richmond and Norfolk markets. Sabato says that's because the two regions are critical in determining Virginia's next governor. Early voting, though, is expanding in Virginia in Loudoun County. That includes extended hours and the ability to vote on Saturday. They say they're also adding 3 more voting centers. And just a reminder, you can register to vote both up to and on Election Day.
One GOP congressman wants to rebrand WMATA, turning it into WMAGA, and Metro Rail to the Trump train. Now, Florida Representative Greg Steube was seen handing out pamphlets just like this one, their tickets on Capitol Hill. Now, the legislation would force the change, or Congress will withhold federal funding. The representative says WMATA needs to be reformed. Metro Rail says it provides safe, clean, reliable transportation for 600,000 customers a day from D.C. to Maryland and Virginia. This is the second busiest system in the country.
Meantime, WMATA has been making lots of changes to its metro stations, from automated trains and tap and go, now looking at potential staffing changes for station managers there. The union says that could be dangerous. The union claims having station managers allows for quicker responses to emergencies and passenger concerns. The union says, though, some stations impacted are Farragut North, Farragut West, L'Enfant Plaza, Smithsonian, and Judiciary Square.
History of being here, we explain to any new administration there are provisions of why things have been put in place. We would rather sit down and have a serious conversation with the jurisdiction to see how we can actually fund our system better so we can keep it safe. Because unmanned stations, unmanned trains, when you take the human element out of what we do, it's a disaster waiting to happen.
LaMotta says there will be a minor change at the Farragut North Station where there will be 2 managers instead of 3 on weekend nights. The agency saying, quote, any suggestion that stations are or will be unstaffed are false.